Hi Virgo, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we're looking at next month's energy for you, sort of see what's coming up for everyone next month. We will be looking at, I do have a deck prepared to look at health and healing for us this month, as well as love and just general energies as well. Before we start, I just want to let everyone know, please leave a comment on one of my videos and you'll go in the draw for that free personal reading. We're going to draw that when we hit 100 subscribers. So make sure you subscribe. Every single like and subscribe really does help grow the channel. I really do appreciate it. We're obviously just a small group at the moment. So, hoping to see some growth in that for ourselves. But, welcome. If you haven't been here before, I'm Michelle, but we are today going to be using the 7th Seal Lenormand deck there. When we move over to health and healing, I do have the Healing Light Lenormand. I also have the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle. But today we're starting off our readings with a few cards from the Shapeshifters Oracle, okay? So sort of jump straight on in for you, Virgo. So Virgo for June, please. Virgo for June. Virgo, June, please. Okay, so we do have the Sacred Beetle armor coming through for you today, Virgo. Now that does say you have a mighty shield. So that really does talk about self-protection, all right? So it's talking about, sometimes we do need to put up a bit of a shield, set some boundaries, nice and strong, between ourselves and other people, just so that, we are protecting our inner world, and whatnot. So we may be finding that might be quite important for you this month, Virgo, to set up some, strong defense system, have that shield up, boundaries strong this month. All right, we'll see what that comes around to being. But we also do have the Snake Princess coming through. So that does say the Serpentine Path to Power. So that's quite an interesting energy, Virgo, because we do have a snake card in the Lenormand, and it does, it's very, very similar. This imagery here, with the little princess holding the apple, the snake in the background. So that's quite obviously referring to the Adam and Eve story where, the snake tempts Eve into eating the apple. So, what we do find there is sometimes that snake energy actually works in really positive ways. Okay, so we all sort of know that Bible story, it is, talking a little bit about, Eve being deceived or whatnot as well. But really it's talking about being quite clever and I don't really want to say, manipulative, but sometimes taking, a more squiggly route to get to the things that we do truly desire, because the snake energy really does talk quite a lot about our true desires, our passions, and our ambition, and it can be just that little push to do whatever is necessary to achieve our goals and follow our passion. So sometimes I don't want to suggest go and do anything, morally wrong or anything like that. But, sometimes we do need a little bit of a push to follow our true passion and our ambition. Okay. So it's talking about, once again, with that sacred beetle armor, it's talking about keeping your boundaries strong and doing what is in your best interests. So instead of letting other people walk all over you, kind of a vibe, it's really making sure you are looking out for you, number one, all right? Doing whatever's necessary to make sure you're following your passions and your true desires. Okay, so quite an interesting energy, Virgo. Like I said, I don't suggest anyone go out there and, tempt people into eating poisoned apples or anything like that. That would be ridiculous of me. But, it can just let us know that we do need to stand up for ourselves a little bit more. All right. Okay, so Virgo, June. Virgo, what's going on for Virgo in June, please? Okay, what's going on for Virgo in June, please? Okay, and one more. What comes after? What comes after that, please? All right. Okay, so um, pretty positive looking energy we've got here, Virgo. We are starting that off with the sun, so that's one of the happiest cards in the deck. Okay, so really a lot of happiness and warmth comes through with the sun. Sometimes it can shine a bit of a light on things and reveal something to us. So what it's sort of looking at revealing there is the tree energy. So the tree is all about your own self growth and looking after yourself first, as we discussed with those oracles there. So I do feel that it may be revealed to you sometime this month that you do need to take better care of yourself and look out for yourself, before you're sort of caring about every other person in line there. Look out for yourself, because if you don't look out for yourself, who's going to really? But it really does talk about that that knowledge that we have within, as well. There is quite a sense of wisdom and knowledge within yourself when it comes to the tree, and that self awareness. Okay, and we are next seeing the moon. Okay, so we do have the sun and then the moon on both sides of that tree. So we really are sort of shining a light, shining a lot of celestial sort of guidance onto your path of self growth at the moment there, Virgo. The moon does talk about the emotional sides, that emotional intelligence and following your intuition, following your dreams and desires. Once again, like we saw with that snake energy. Okay, so getting quite a strong message that needing to put yourself first this month is coming to the forefront there, Virgo. All right. And then we are seeing here we do have the cross and then the whip. Okay, so there's the cross, and then the whip. Okay, so what we see with this energy here is the cross can talk about, like a cross to bear, some sort of burden that you've been carrying, all right? Some sort of trouble or tension with the whip there, a bit of drama, challenges that have, been in your life that have been burdensome to you, all right? Now, I feel like it's got to do with carrying this weight of other people. All right, I feel like that's what that's talking about is this trouble and tension. You've been carrying all this tension, looking out for everybody other than yourself. And that's sort of what is needing to definitely change here. We are sort of feeling that now. The cross is, quite a spiritual card as well. So with self-awareness on the table there as well, it's really sort of looking within as well and looking at, just the tension that we are holding. What troubles are we holding within ourselves? What are we beating ourselves up for? And really sort of needing to look at that and just trust in the universe that, these sort of tensions that you've been carrying them for a while, but it's all about that self growth and what can you actually learn from those troubles that you've been carrying. Okay, Virgo. But then we are seeing some clear choices coming up with the crossroad card. The crossroad card really does talk about making decisions and choices. So I feel like we're looking at probably that strong decision to put yourself first for once, Virgo, and and really choose the path of that is right for you. Don't worry about what other paths other people are telling you to follow. follow your own path, you know, and with that cross there too, that you will be on the right path no matter what you sort of choose, okay? You know, the cross can talk about, you know, trusting that you are following the right path. So, you know, when you do choose to follow any certain paths, it really will be the right path, no matter which path you do choose, okay? No matter what decisions you make, they're the right decisions for you, all right? And, you know, quite destined and blessed either way, right? So even if you know, when we're choosing different paths we want to take in life, it doesn't matter which path you take because they all sort of get to the same place eventually if it's destiny, right? If it's fate we're following, if it's the path of fate we're following, they all end up at the same place. Some we just stop for a detour or some sightseeing along the way, okay? But then these choices and decisions that you're making, they are actually leading to some really good news heading in for you. So once you are making, you know, decisions out of your own best interests and your own, you know, your own power there, Virgo, you really will start to see some good news heading your way, in regard to those sorts of things. So that's definitely, you know, headed down the right track, I feel, Virgo. All right, we're just needing to make sure we're putting ourselves first and not just doing what everyone wants us to do, kind of a thing. But Virgo, health and healing for June for Virgo, please. Health and healing for Virgo for June, please. Pretty much the exact same message we've just gone through, Virgo, you know, just repeated in a different cards, in a different manner. All right, so we do have the fox there. So that's talking about being independent, being self-sufficient, worrying about your own survival. All right. So as we saw, put up that armor if you need to, you know, follow your own path to power and, you know, do what you need to do to follow your passion and your desire, and it will lead you to abundance. All right, we do have the fish card there, so that talks about abundance, can talk about financial wealth as well. So, you know, the more that you are following your fox and standing in your own sense of survival, looking after yourself first, it's actually going to lead you to more abundance. All right, and more abundant choices as well. Once again, we do have the crossroad card coming through. So I do feel as though, you know, standing strong in that fox power, keeping your armor up, worrying about your own survival is going to lead to a huge abundance of choices. Okay, so you are going to have multiple choices presented to you that are all going to, be quite abundant and fulfilling in the near future when it comes to your own healing as well. So overall, that's actually super positive, and you know, we are just looking at the healing that you're needing to do at the moment is to learn how to, you know, focus on yourself first, Virgo. So that's what we're getting coming through as being most important for you there with health and healing. But we'll have a look at love for Virgo. Virgo in love for June, please. Love in June for our Virgos, please. Okay, so I did have the child and the ship coming out together there. Okay, so when they're sort of coming out together, that's sort of talking about the start of a new journey within love for you. All right, because the child talks about things in their infancy, so just sort of beginning, and then with the ship, it's like a whole new adventure, a new journey awaits. So it is sort of the start of a new journey that you're sort of moving into there. You may be sort of needing to travel, in order to, you know, see some extra love around you at this time as well. But you are well favored to take any chances. That is the Clover card coming through. So if there is a bit of a risk or a chance you do need to take with love, it is quite well favored for you at the moment there. That is a card of good fortune as well. So it's looking quite positive there. But I'll grab you some oracle as well, Virgo. Virgo in love for June, please. Virgo in love for June, please. Okay, so interesting, this energy here. I feel like this might actually be talking about past energy and the sort of energy that you need to focus on your own survival against. Okay, because we do have that mirror coming on through there, so that sort of talks about, you know, things that trigger us in other people, reflecting our own behaviors. So this may be talking a little bit back to that self-growth aspects. We may need to be looking at some self-growth within love as well. So mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflecting our wounds and introspection. Okay, so definitely needing to sort of look yourself in the mirror when it comes to love before we do start these new journeys in love. But we also have here the sunglasses there. So that does talk about watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, and focusing outward. So, you know, this may be somebody sort of still watching you from the past. It does bring about past energy with that card, sort of looking back at the past, you know, using those things though to reflect towards you, you know, where you may have gone wrong, where you do need, rather than focusing out on this past energy, focus inward, back on that mirror, okay? But we do see keys on a ring as well. So that is many options, decisions, unconventional, stringing along, and one night stands. All right, so you may have quite a few options, you know, and this new journey that you're starting, it may actually start out of a very unconventional situation. It may start from a one night stand, that kind of vibe. You might be traveling somewhere and have a one night stand with somebody, and it sort of starts off this whole brand new cycle for you with love. Quite interesting there, Virgo. Let me know how that resonates for you guys. And like I always say, you know, if that doesn't resonate for you, feel free to check your other placements or whatever as well. Flip the script, whatever you need to do there. But um, you know, that's what I have for you today, Virgo. So, you know, like I've mentioned at the start, please leave me a comment and you'll go in the draw for that free reading. But if this is where we leave each other, thank you so much for your time today.